He lived and died to buy my pardon. An empty grave is there to prove my Savior lives.
Please state your name.
Angela, Sumi,
Young Kim,
Iris,
Joseph Yang,
Alex Cho,
Christopher Cheyun An,
Thomas Kwan, Albert Kim.
he was born carpenter, 32, 33, crucified, crown of thorns, beaten.
I believe that he was fully prepared by God to be perfect, and in perfect timing, he went through trials and tribulations, beatings, people cursing, spitting, and it's probably the darkest, most loneliest time ever. He was stripped naked, hung on the cross, crucified in the worst way possible, because he loved us.
I mean, and then the story just doesn't end there. It goes on.
3 days later, they go to find Jesus' body. The stone is rolled away, and Jesus is not there.
The woman went back and found an angel who told them he's not here, he has risen, and they went to go share it with the disciples.
The disciples meet, and he goes and says, "Hey, throw the net over the other side of the boat." And the disciples are like, "Hey, he's back."
God created us humans to worship Him. We sinned, and because of that, our relationship with God was gone. And He sacrificed His Son, Jesus, to have that relationship again.
The resurrection means that Jesus put himself in our shoes to come down here to forgive us, because we weren't able to do it ourselves.
Ultimately, he paid the price that we should have paid, made the sacrifice that we should have made. It shouldn't have been his blood, it should have been our blood.
His death is what saved us. His blood is what cleans us.
We wouldn't have salvation if it wasn't for the resurrection.
As I was learning deeply about the Bible and reading the Bible for myself also, I learned to know that the resurrection, I got to look back on my life and how I was living without realizing that the God died for me and for my sin, and on the other side is a new beginning for me.
Well, the resurrection, as I was growing up, it was kind of engraved in my mind as the event and the reason why we all gather on Sundays, because without the resurrection we would have nothing, and that is the common denominator for why we all love each other and we love Christ. But knowing why He did it for us, and it's mind-boggling.
We should continue to do what Jesus and God taught us to worship Him. And to do that, we've got to let everyone else know. So as a church, we should spread the word of Jesus Christ.
Going out into Port Washington, being bold, being courageous, not worrying about how others look at us, and doing what Jesus commanded us to do, which is go make disciples of all nations, expand His kingdom in this local area. It's one of the only faiths and I guess religions that have a God that would come down from His throne, have a king come down from His throne and go to His people and really get his hands dirty, and really walk among his own creation. And we don't celebrate a dead God. Resurrection Sunday is all about how we have a living God, and how really it's because our God is living, because of he came down and died and resurrected again, and why we're saved, and why we have faith in eternity with him, salvation with him, and ultimately to be with him in his kingdom.
Because he lives, I can face tomorrow.